So, Carlos, obviously a lot of excitement that Kodai Senga makes his return today. You've really never gotten a chance from this side to watch him pitch. What exactly are you anticipating just getting your first real look at him?
Yeah, definitely excited to watch him pitch for the first time, other than on film, because last year we never faced him, and then this year in spring training never got opportunity to see him pitch or watch him pitch. But look, it's a big day for all of us, big day for him. We've been waiting for this day for a long time, and it's just finally good to see him take the baseball and go out there and compete.
Really tough blow for the bullpen with Dedniel Núñez going on the IL. You've gotten, whether you like it or not, a lot of experience here this season, kind of trying to figure out how to get through and move parts around in the back end of the pen. What have you learned from a managerial perspective that you think maybe has equipped you even better now from where you were at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, look, there's always challenges and it's always different circumstances, right? But at the end of the day, you're managing the game day in and day out, with what you have available. And I got to give credit to the guys, the coaches, the front office, because they continue to give us, we talk about the depth, right? And they continue to provide that depth. We've been through a lot this year. And just for me as a manager, just continue to give these guys an opportunity. I've been saying it that guys are going to have to step up, and they've been doing it. But they're human at times, and there's going to be times where it's going to be hard for them. We've seen that in the past, but there's more time than not they're gonna come through, and it'll continue to be that way.
All right, let's talk Francisco Lindor, because the run he's been on the last couple of months has been pretty remarkable. If you look at certain statistic, he's the most valuable player in the National League by a lot since May 21st. Getting to see him day in, day out up close, what beyond what we see out on the field has stood out to you the most?
Yeah, look, I think I'm going to go back to my first conversation with him when I first met him in the offseason, and how meticulous he was with his preparation, his day-to-day, and the attention to details and the way he takes care of his body, the way he goes out there, whether it's when he's working on his defense, on his base running, offensively, in the cages, the information that he wants. Like, for me, it was pretty amazing. So I knew right away that there's a reason why this guy is one of the best players in the game, and got off to a rough start. But I don't know anybody doubted that these guys. We're watching one of the best players that ever played the game at that position. You can make a case for a lot of the greats, but he's doing that in front of our eyes. So it's something that we cannot take for granted, because he's pretty special. This guy posts, and he wants to win, and he wants to do whatever it takes to help the Mets win a World Series.
He seems remarkably consistent in how he approaches his day in, day out, no matter what the results are. When he was off to that rough start versus where he is now, our interactions are exactly the same. Is that what it's like behind closed doors? And if so, how unique is that actually in this game at this level?
Yeah, 100%. And that's who he is. He comes here and you can't tell whether he's 0 for 10, 10 for 10 with 8 homers, or if he made a diving play or he made an error. He's the same guy. And the mentality is, we want to win, and what do I need to do as a player? This is Lindor, to help us win a baseball game today. How are we going to prepare? How are we going to get better in different areas? And when you got one of your best players, if not the best player, leading the way, that's a good feeling.
Carlos, you said all throughout his struggles, he's a really good player. I have no doubt he's going to turn it around. Is there something, though, that has been tangibly different, whether just your view of whether it's his at-bats, even on defense, he's been better by the statistics the last couple of months, or something in his work, his approach that has changed, that has led to this type of a turnaround?
That's hard for me to pinpoint, because he's so consistent, and it's the same routine. But he's always looking for ways to get better. He wants information. He wants, okay, why is that? He's not afraid to ask questions. And if there's something that he's missing, he's not afraid to apply it to his game, or at least try it. Whether it's pre-game, in-games, he wants to be challenged. And that's what special players do. And here we are. I get the opportunity, the privilege to come to the ballpark and, to be able to just watch him perform day in and day out is an honor for all of us.
I know that we all who are watching and the media, the fan base will look at last night and point to that home run against Chris Sale, which is incredibly impressive given the way Chris Sale was pitching. But, also that 11 pitch at bat, in the what was it, the ninth inning, the 10th inning, ninth inning
Against Iglesias.
right? Against Iglesias.
Yep.
What does that type of at bat show you when you are watching in real time?
I'm gonna keep saying what a great player, and then in that type of moment, he wants to be there, and he's not gonna give away an at bat, and not only the at bats, but I'm gonna go back to that series against the Yankees when we were up 12-2, and he hits a routine ground ball to second base or shortstop. And he's going all, 100% down the line. Like, you appreciate the effort, but at the time it's like, hey, man, like, I need you here, all the way, So, and then you see it with at bat after at bat, whether you're in the ninth inning with a tie ball game, whether you're up 10, down 5. And that's what makes this guy such a special player.
Carlos, thanks so much for the time as always.
Yeah, you got it.